Hey y'all, it's your girl Zendra's Life as always. So welcome back. Thanks for coming and spending time with me, hanging with me, vibing with me, all that good jazz. This is going to be just like a super quick video. Nothing too in depth, but it's a question that I get all the time, and I guess I just kind of on my social media on Facebook. So if you're not on my Facebook, make sure to hop on there and follow me on Instagram, all that. So let's have a little girl chat, or I'm always crossing my legs like y'all can see me. Y'all can't see me. Yeah, y'all can see me. Hey girl. But yeah, so let's have a little girl chat. Let's have a little talk. So I feel like one of the major questions that we tend to have all the time is, why do I keep attracting negative people? Why do I keep attracting negative men specifically? Just basically negative people. So it could be friendships, intimate relationships. I'm not going to get into family because I feel like that's a whole different thing. And I usually in my videos will say like what I'm not going to get into ahead of time, so y'all don't be expecting it. But if you want me to do a video on it, let me know in the description box below, and I'll be more than happy to do a video on that for you. So I'm on my way to go take care of some business stuff, but I wanted to hop in really quick and definitely like do a quick little video, so this video won't be lengthy, on why it is that you keep attracting negative people. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's take a moment, because I know people will be like, it's not my fault. First of all, don't blame yourself. I don't want any of you guys shaming yourselves. I don't want you like blaming yourselves. I don't want you saying it must be something wrong with you. Like all of those things that's lack, self-doubt. Those are things that I don't mingle with, okay? I don't do that. I'm all about positivity. I am the mindset queen. I am a mindset coach. That's my life. That's how I live. That's what I do. I love it. I'm all about law of attraction. I'm all about positivity and welcoming, you know, that type of energy in your space, no matter where you are. So with all that being said, since we didn't got that far, the two things that you guys, and I'm gonna just make it simple, the two things that you guys really need to be focusing on right now is the subconscious cleansing. Okay, that's for one. And I'll do a separate video on that as well. But I want you guys to like really focus on cleansing up those past demons, okay? Cleansing up those past demons. And number two is going to be alignment, and making sure that you as an individual, you're aligned and you are balanced. And although those two things sound like super simple, they're pretty tasky and they're hard, and they require consistent effort. They require you to put in that type of work every single day. It has to be something that you're doing on a consistent basis. It cannot be, sis, that you're doing it today, or that you're doing it tomorrow, or that you do it for a week and then you fall off the face of the earth, okay? Because I know the new year is coming up, and you know, everybody's lit. Everybody's really just hyped up on goals. Like goals, this time of year, goals are like crack to me. It's like a wave. Like everybody wants it, everybody's hitting it, everybody's feeling it, everybody's getting high off of that type of energy, and then they crash before February even hit. A lot of people have already fallen off the map, and I don't want that to be you. I don't want you going into 2020 attracting that type of energy. I don't want you continuing to get that type of flow in your life. You don't need that. So, okay. So the subconscious cleansing, okay? I want you guys to really think about that, and I'm gonna make it very simple. So every single day, and I know we could talk about journaling all day, we could talk about so many different things, but you have to find a method that works for you where you're clearing your subconscious. So every day, kind of what I do is that I have a face the truth moment, okay? And it has worked like crazy miracles for me. So every single day, I love to journal, and I'm writing a face the truth moment. And I'm hitting myself, all of the lies I told myself, all of the trauma that I've been through. And now, granted, I am not a therapist. I want to make that very clear. I guess that's a quick disclaimer. I am not telling you how you should kind of navigate throughout your trauma. For some people, that's very triggering to have to remember their trauma all the time. It is very triggering for them, and it's a hard thing to deal with. If that's you, then this may not work for you. But for me personally, having to revisit it and say, not revisit the actual scenario, but revisit it in the sense of saying like, this happened to you. And I break it down in the sense of, this is what happened. This is who I became. This is who I am becoming. Okay. Those are my 3 things that I write down. So I put down the act, like what happened, what it turned me into. Okay. And who I'm becoming. Now, after I write those things down, I make a complete list, right? When the act happened, what were my emotions? How was I feeling? Things like that. Make a complete list of my emotions in regards. Emotions are huge. They're everything, okay? Make a whole list. Then I make a whole list. When that act happened, right? And I had those emotions, who did I become after that? And I write down all my emotions, how I kind of flowed through life and things like that. I wrote a whole list about that. And mind you, I do this every day. So every day I'm feeling lifted. The goal of subconscious cleansing is that you continue to feel higher and higher and higher, that you're continuing to feel lifted and lifted as time goes on, that you're more so focused on lifting the spirit and releasing the trauma. Okay. So if you're holding it, it's suppressing you. It's not bringing out that inner light. Okay. So that's that. So another thing now that I want you guys to okay, so I did the act, then I did who I became, and then the last thing is who I am becoming. So now that I'm starting to heal, now that I'm starting to acknowledge my trauma, now that I'm starting to address, this is what happened to me, this is kind of how it's affected me, this is who I'm becoming, and I'm learning these different things. I'm going throughout my journey. I'm starting to uncover new things about myself. I'm learning to love myself. I'm learning to appreciate the person that I am. Because I think a lot of times when we're on the healing journey, we eliminate that thought factor. We eliminate that we have to appreciate that person no matter what. That's you. That's you. You got to love her. You got to appreciate her. It doesn't matter how toxic she is. You have to love her. You got to nurture her. You're bringing her back to life and health, okay? So as you're doing that, you know, that's work within itself. And as I said, I don't want to make this video super, super long. And if I'm looking at my phone, it's because I want to make sure I stay on track. And so I want you guys to start thinking about, like, what is wellness to you? What does wellness mean to you? And how do you operate and function within that specific dimension of yourself, okay? As you're kind of like going throughout this every single day and jotting things down. And so as you're writing down that person that you are becoming, start thinking about, how do I feel about this woman that I'm nurturing, that I'm developing, that I'm transitioning into this new being, that this blossom version of myself. How does that feel? How am I dealing with and adjusting, if you will, because it's an adjustment, okay? So how am I really dealing with that change? How am I dealing with that shift? What does that look like for me? What are the emotions associated with this change and shift that I'm having in my life right now? How does it feel to be becoming of something larger than I know, something larger than what I'm familiar with, okay? And then I want you guys to start thinking about how you're going to create balance within that. So now that we've done the whole subconscious cleansing, we're focused on lifting and things like that. Like, start thinking about what it means to you to be balanced, okay? And this is kind of like chakra related. And like I said, I don't want this video to be long. It was just a quick jump in before I got to go. But when it comes to creating that balance within yourself, it's all about visualizing it. So it's chakras and all that good jazz. We'll talk about that in a different video. But one of the primary things I do to make sure that I maintain balance every single day is I visualize myself. I visualize myself laying still, being calm, being balanced, feeling whole, feeling whole. Write that down. What does feeling whole look like to you? Because some of us are so accustomed and so used to being broken into pieces, we forgot what the bigger picture of being whole is. Like, ponder and process on that, because once you're really doing that internal work, you'll start understanding it. There's a lot of things you can do to create balance within yourself. There's breathing techniques, there's sound baths. I talk about sound baths all the time. There's so many different things you can do. And again, if you want a video on that, I'll do a separate video on that. But I just wanted to hop in really quick. I also, before I close this video, really wanted to tell you guys that truthfully, when it's all said and done, when you are a being that really just pushes out that light, okay, and you exuberate positivity and you give that light and that positivity to the world, please know that you will not only attract light, but you will also attract those who don't have your light but want it. Keep that in mind. Your space is sacred and you need to keep it as such. It's going to take work and consistency every single day to maintain that light always. Okay, so there are things that we need to fix internally to obviously push out a certain type of energy that repels that negativity. We need to do that, and that internal work is an everyday job. But we also understand that we're going to attract some of that negativity as well because of what we give. It's just a normal, natural thing, and a lot of times we tend to eliminate that thought, and it's not possible. It has to happen. It's going to happen. And you embrace that as long as you make sure you have the tools that you are utilizing every single day. Again, I always appreciate y'all for checking in and watching my videos. I hope you have an amazing and phenomenal week. Love you lots. Have a great day, evening, night, whatever time it is for you. Peace.